Jonghan Moon, and I am the coordinator for this part of the project. Uh, my main assignment were to create the planning and scheduling worksheet for everyone, and also co-partner with Pavel to do Raspberry Pi setting up, installing, and also programming the parallel work. What I learned from this project is how to better time manage and also how the basic of parallel programming. So with the time management skill I learned, I could better time manage our group as we are kind of discontinue in terms of our own time and trying to schedule meetup time. So with that better time management skill, I could come up with better meetup time where everyone could freely meet up. And also with the basic of parallel programming skill, I could use that to apply for my future programming project as well to better make it more efficient per se. I would say the most difficult part for me for this project is to setting up a Raspberry Pi, because there are many things I didn't know, so I usually look up online and tutorials and stuff to have it actually run functionally and properly, and also connecting with my own laptop as well through the SSH server, which was kind of tricky in the beginning. Thank you.
We are the Mad Scientists. My name is Pranti Kavaturu. My tasks for this first assignment are creating the GitHub, uploading all project documents onto GitHub, and creating a project in GitHub to keep up with tasks. What I've learned from this assignment is the components of Raspberry Pi and the different kinds of computing, like parallel and serial, and the difference between single and multi-core computing. So exposure to parallel computing and the significance of multi-core architectures is important, and being able to analyze this with the Raspberry Pi will be very useful for me in my career. So the concept of parallel computing is how we solve everyday problems as well. Like even for this project, we had to divide instructions for each member, and we all worked on the tasks simultaneously. And in the computing world, multi-core is important because it improves overall processing performance. So being able to examine it with the Raspberry Pi is helpful. And the most challenging part was being able to be involved in every part of the project, like when Jason set up the Raspberry Pi. And it may not have been possible because not all of us could meet at the same time and several times.
I'm one of the members of this group. For my task for this project was editing the video and compiling it all together to upload it to YouTube. One of the things that I would have learned during this task is that I was able to see how meticulously it is to code in a Pi or develop a Pi. And the other thing is making the most out of the time that we have, considering all our busy schedules. It's kind of tough to meet, and with that time that we have, it's very limited, so we have to make the most and be as efficient as possible. For things that I say I would use in future chances for this project, I would say definitely managing our time better, and now that we have a more familiarity with using the Raspberry Pi, I feel like coding is going to be easier for us. And the most challenging part would be setting up the Pi and getting to an OS and getting to have it in a usable format.
Hello, my name is Christopher Wilson, and my tasks for this assignment were to write the report for the project, as well as taking part in the group meeting and taking this video as part of the group meeting. What I learned in this assignment was how to use the Raspberry Pi, as well as how to better manage my time to work better with other people's schedules, which I can use later in this class on other assignments to make group meetings easier. And I can also use it in the future in my job so that I can make my schedule more flexible for work. And the hardest thing in this project, like it was in the last project, was to have a common time to meet up with everyone else in the group.
Hello, my name is Pavel Belyaev. My tasks for these assignments are Raspberry Pi installation, connecting it to the laptop, and basic parallel programming skills learning. From this assignment, I learned how Raspberry Pi works and some basic parallel programming techniques. I will apply parallel programming skills for my next assignments and my future job. The most challenging task in these assignments was connecting of Raspberry Pi to the computer.